Hey, welcome to Draw Tip Tuesday. My name is Koosje Koenen and I love drawing. And that is why I filled yet another sketchbook. And so I have a sketchbook flip through for you. This sketchbook is a Sea White of Brighton sketchbook. It is an A4 size and it has Venster on it. It was a gift from my friend Ellen, who has the Venster Academy, which is a school for illustration and narrative. Very cool. If you're interested in that, I will put the link of Venster Academy below. And yeah, of course, I start with my contact details, and I did a little bit of experimentation there as well with, I will explain that later. And then we're off to a start. The first drawings in a sketchbook are often a little bit experimentational. You always have to get into it, find your way through the format, and also find your way how the paper responds on your tools. This was done in Den Bosch, in a church. It was raining, so I went into the church. This was during an Urban Sketchers weekend from Urban Sketchers Netherlands. And this was on that same weekend when the rain was a little bit less and we could go outside and play on the market. Quick drawing of the church, just laying down pink with a Posca pen, and then I drew on top of it, but it started to rain, so it was a really quick one. But I actually really love this, how I used that negative space and didn't even draw, except there. These are the kinds of really fun explorations and discoveries you can do in your sketchbook. These are drawing friends also at the sketch weekend. And this is in the morning when I am drinking my early morning coffee. I took a workshop on using Caran Neocolor II crayons. And so these are all exercises and assignments. And it's about values and tones. And I learned a lot. Picking out colors and combining them. It was a really fun workshop by Nino van Vuren, and I will also link her below the video. Here's the final exercise where I really experimented with all the different aspects of the Neocolor II crayons. They are water soluble, and the biggest thing that I took from this was tonal values, contrast, high, mid, dark values. It was really great. There were so many sketchers scattered around the squares of Den Bosch, of the town, and it was like sketchers had taken over the town for the weekend. Here I experimented with twigs from the forest and some ink. Coffee break plus drawing. I'm not too happy about this page, but I remember how tired I was when I did this one, and I was waiting for my lunch here and trying out some tools, not loving them, but hey, you know, you try things out in your sketchbook. Happy drawing with my friends, and then also working some more with those water-soluble crayons and bright colors. Choosing color palettes. That was really something to explore in this sketchbook. So for this one, I used collage. So the evening before, I had this piece of paper that I ripped up and just put onto the page. And then when I was drawing the next day, I had to deal with that. And you don't really see much of it anymore, I think, because I didn't make a lot of use really of it. But still, it really adds to the texture and the feel of the busyness at the market as well. Someone who's tired, who fell asleep holding my foot. But then he also played some music. Very nice to listen to him practicing while I practice too, using all kinds of different tools. So this was an experiment. I saw this on YouTube. A woman who is a mixed media artist, she mixed detergent or something with ink, and then she would blow bubbles with straw. So I tried that, and because I really liked the effect that she got with it, but it is super messy. And later on, I also realized that the detergent would actually be a little bit heavy for the paper, so it also went through the paper. I don't mind that because I kind of like this texture here, but I wouldn't do it again. It's just really not for me and not really that great for a sketchbook, I think. Working with some hot pink there. This was during an online session, which I really enjoyed. I will link to my online sessions in the description of this video. Couch out on the market. I can really see what happened because, and I also wrote it down. I was very loose at the beginning and I went in and I went around and then I ended up trying to draw his face and I started to overthink it and draw more than one line, and that's where it all went wrong. Fun, fun, fun. This was for Draw Tip Tuesday and also just for fun. And then I did another one. Drawing with twigs, and if you missed this video, then definitely check it out. One of those drawings that you try to cram in while you are actually way too tired. Oh well, it's a drawing. It's better than no drawing at all. This is such a nice page. I started in the morning drawing the fuchsia here, and then I moved on to drawing my coffee. And then later on in the day, I added more to fill the whole page. And I really like how it turned out. Drawing just before the movie starts in the cinema, not great. It was dark and I was wearing my glasses, which aren't great when I want to draw. And then the next day we were in the car, so I sort of mixed it all up and made a kind of ugly page out of it, but it was ugly anyway, so yeah, that's how it goes. Practicing hands, trying to capture a lot of overwhelming architecture in too short of an amount of time. Drawing stuff around the house and my husband. More Banjo Man drawings. The Banjo Man driving the car. It doesn't look like him at all, but that's my problem. I just can't draw him. Quick nap on the couch. A coffee while it was pouring rain outside. So that was a good excuse to flip open my sketchbook and draw for a while. Drawing from home, drawing the view, drawing at home, the living room. A live Spark session. If you want to join Spark, I have a 15% off code for you. I will put that below in the description of this video. Practicing people, warming up for my people drawing workshop that I will be teaching again on September 2nd. Link will be below in the description. This was during a Pride event in my town. Very colorful. It was also very rainy and windy, so I had a tough time. I was uncomfortable, not sitting great at a great spot. but still I try to make something out of it, and I think the colors really pop, which makes me happy. Drawing faces, also warming up for my drawing people workshop. Drawing hats and stuff like that is always kind of a challenge to me, so I need to practice it. The people drawing workshop, this is actually for level 2. I will be teaching level 1 again September 2nd, and then level 2 will be November 18. Here I am drawing myself in a blind continuous line, and that is really calming down and warming up the day of the live online workshop, because I always am a little bit nervous, even though I do these things often. But yeah, teaching, there's always excitement before it and a little bit of nervousness, and I think that's only fair and only normal. And this is the final demo drawing that I did during my people drawing workshop. And that's it. On to the next sketchbook. I hope you enjoyed this sketchbook tour. I really hope that it inspires you to also do a drawing a day. You have seen that also for me, sometimes it's hard to do that drawing a day, but I cram it in anyway. Sometimes it's right at the end of the day, I'm like, oh, I want to go to bed, but I didn't draw yet. And it's sort of like a little game, like have it checked off. So sometimes it's not such a great drawing if you do it every day, but that is, of course, a logical thing, because if you make a lot of drawings, then of course, sometimes a drawing isn't as great as the next one. And it's all part of the journey, basically, and it teaches me a lot. It teaches me about my drawing skills, but it also teaches me about what my habit should look like and how I should prioritize drawing, because at the end of the day, sometimes I'm just too tired to even look straight out of my eyes. So think about that for your drawing habit as well. If you want to have a drawing practice, if you want to draw more often, then there are ways to implement it in your life. And some days you will succeed better at it than other days, because this is how life goes. And it also helps to be part of a community of people who make art. So I'm really happy that you subscribed here on YouTube. You did subscribe, didn't you? If not, click that button now. And also you can join me on Patreon, where I share a lot of tips and advice and motivation and ideas and lots more. And you will find a lot of other people there too, that are just like you, trying to get those drawings in and trying to gain better skills, more ideas and all of that. So I really hope that you want to join me there. You can also sign up for a free trial if you're not sure. Links are below the description of this video. Also, I mentioned a few times the Let's Draw People workshop. It's a live online workshop. I taught it once and the participants really liked it, and so did I. So I'm offering it again on September the 2nd, that's on a Saturday. And then you can also take level 2 on November the 18th. I will link everything below in the description of this video. And also in November, beginning of November, I'm going to Malta to draw there and to teach there. There's just a couple of tickets left. So if you want to join me there in the Mediterranean in November, hello, then follow the link that I have also added to the description of this video. One last thing, don't forget to buy my book, and I will see you next week. Bye!